Hi traders, Nathan Bray here from ACY Securities. Well, it's time to draw a line in the sand. There's been a lot of data events coming out. For example, this morning here in Australia, our economy, GDP-wise, for the quarter is starting to slow. It's below expectation. We've also had some negative data coming out in different countries around the world. However, we've still got an inflation problem and we still are raising interest rates, but not as much as we were expecting. So all of these data events now, I believe, are becoming a little less important than the key levels or the key lines in the sand that we've got to respect. So the first thing I want to look at is this dollar index. A lot of talk, the US dollar is changing trend, it's reversing, but let's go and have a look at a chart of the US dollar index on a monthly chart. So here you can see the 103.80 level. So we've seen a very strong return to that 103.80 level. Now, unless this dollar index, which mind you is a basket of other major currencies, unless it breaks that 103.80 level, then the longer term trend on this US dollar is still up. If we get a break below, then there could be the opportunity to see a reversal and this US dollar could fall a lot further. So keep an eye on that and make your decision, because the reality is if everybody around the world is having mixed performance data, issues still with inflation, issues with raising rates, economy starting to get smaller, then they're having the same problems as everybody else. So why should the US dollar therefore completely change direction so quickly? So let's break this down granularly too, because we have seen some key currencies against the US dollar break these levels, but how are they performing? So looking at the euro against the US dollar, we're seeing 104.80. That's the level. Unless it can hold above, unless that resistance can become support, right, I will be looking for price to fail back below it. So right now, this is where the line for me is in the sand on that euro US dollar. If on a 4 hour we start to get a lower top occurring and price continue to fail below, then we could see price continuing on this downtrend, which by the way, it's been most of the year. Now, also looking at say the New Zealand against the US dollar, I'm keeping an eye on this 64.68 level. Now that's a major weekly resistance level, and at the moment it's literally gone up, almost tagged it and starting to retreat from it. So if we get a retest or a lower top from there, I'll be looking to continue shorting this New Zealand dollar. And the best thing about shorting is you want to short from the highest possible point you can. And we have seen a nice retracement back up to there. And gold, of course, I'm looking at this huge move up in gold as we don't seem to have inflation under control and some global recession fears and the usual geopolitical dramas going on. Gold rallied all the way back up to 1800, right around a key previous support acting as resistance. It's starting to fail there. That's where I'm drawing the lines in the sand at the moment, folks. Don't trade against them or into them because it could be at your peril. One level that the US dollar has broken at a key level is against the dollar yen. So that 137.61 level, it's broken and it's coming right back up to touch it. So my question here will be, could we get a setup and it fail underneath previous weekly support becoming resistance? However, if it breaks above it, I would be leaving that alone at this stage until you get your trade set up on the dollar yen. All right, folks, have a great weekend and good luck with your trading.